All right. I believe we should be live now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another SWG Legends video. Last time I had done a video on the Galactic Moon Festival. I was on my bounty hunter doing some of the side things like the ghost tree, trick-or-treating, and I believe answering the riddles. I think that's what I started with. Today, I started doing this on my Jedi, who I never really showed you guys, I don't believe. I've actually probably focused more on my bounty hunter because I've always thought it was always fun to do so. But here I am on SWG Legends, and one of the things that I wanted to do was the haunted house, which is something that I started doing maybe about 10 minutes ago, and I said, why am I not streaming this? So I'm going to stream this. I probably only have about an hour stream, so it should be easy enough. So one of the things, though, is that's really new, and maybe I should try to get into it, is the spooky Tusken heroic. So if you see what I'm wearing right now, I don't know if I have anything here. I don't believe I have anything here. If you see what I'm wearing right now, you can kind of see it just a little bit here, that I have a little bit of a different Tusken costume on, right? So if you see this Tusken costume, you see over here how it's like more orange and like, it's kind of like a zombie Tusken, basically. They call it a spooky Tusken Raider. And if you look at this from the front view, side view, it's kind of cool. So that's a new Tusken costume. I love this costume. When I was playing a lot of the SWG live servers, I would always play as a Tusken. So anyway, here is your haunted house. Let me explain where the haunted house is, because I think a lot of folks might want to see that. That is one thing. So if it is on Kashyyyk. I don't want to get too lost in here. You can get easily lost in here too. That's the other thing. But it is in Kashyyyk. So let me walk out of here. So if you're going to walk into Kashyyyk, as you can see, it is right by the Madril Caverns here, where you do your necrosis, Yenke necrosis. So here you are, spooky Tusken. I thought there was a pumpkin head that you can get somewhere over here. I don't recall where. Oh, I think it's over here. Yeah, you see what you have over here. So this is the other thing that I believe you can get, is that you can, I don't know if it just starts a quest or if it does anything else. You see all these little pumpkins, though. Basically, these pumpkins are leading you to something, if I recall correctly. I thought it was over here. Maybe I was wrong. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, there you go. Finally, it's peaceful to enjoy the sounds of a fire consuming the night again. You're a crafty being to outwit both ghosts. It was not... so you have to do basically the ghosts that we did earlier. It was not easy, but I did it. There was mention of reward. And so you receive an item from Scarecrow. Thank you. You never did answer my question, though. What are you? So, and then he says, oh, I suppose I don't answer your question. We'll just have to keep an eye on you. So you get a reward, and basically you get the spooky pumpkin head if you want that. I'm not going to put it on. Well, I can if I want to. Right? It'll just equip the appearance. Oh, nope, I can't because I already got the Tusken Raider helmet on there. But that's okay. It's a pumpkin head. In case you want the pumpkin head. I think you can only, it's no trade. I think you can only equip that during the time of the event. I don't think you can equip it at any other time. So here I am. So anyway, so if you want to know where it is, Madril Caverns is here. Legends puts their own spin on with a nice guild hall house where they put, basically everything over here. And if you really want to know where it is on the map, you enter the forest here, the dead forest over here, and it's all the way up here on the map. So if you don't know where this is by now, if you're playing SWG, ask the community, ask around, ask on Discord. I think that's the best thing you can do. So we are now going to come in here. So the first thing you'll see on this thing here is two pumpkins and the spotlight here and this cool painting. First thing you can do is you can usually search this pumpkin. I've already done that. So I've already been here. The left or right doesn't matter. It takes you the same part. I just go to the right. You go around. This gives you a little overview of what everything's saying. Here's a dumpster. Here's another dumpster, right? So we do this. Yeah, your goal here is to search some pumpkins. I've already searched some pumpkins here, just in case I missed any. You want to get, if you search a pumpkin, you basically get a Galactic Moon Festival coins at this point. And you keep searching. You can keep searching here. Kind of cool, right? The decorations are cool. Nothing's really changed in this house. I think it's the third year this house has been here, if I remember. I'll have to go back in my videos. Oh, cool. See, there's a pumpkin I did not search. So there's well here. So it's basically a collection. I kind of wish it wasn't a collection, to be honest with you, but what can you do? And not only that, but you see, so you have your targeting here, and if you click on it, sit the lantern 4 or 5 or anything like that, right, to whatever. But you also have the spider webs you can search. I think I've already searched these, right? Follow the arrows though, because the arrows are going to tell you where to go. So this one's telling me to go here. Try not to get lost. It's a little spooky over here, trying to come into here. It's like, do I really go into there? Yeah, you go into there, and you'll see that there's some spooky stuff. I love these animals, by the way. The animals and the the brood eggs. But those are cool as well. I'm pretty sure I search all the pumpkins. I'll double check just to make sure. Sometimes you might be out of range, so you might have to get closer to these pumpkins. There's always a chance that happens, especially if you have a shorter character. Okay, so I've searched all these already, but I'll show you where I haven't searched, because it clearly is a spot I have not searched. So yeah, check out. Check out. Aw, the poor little bunny in a cage. Tree covered in spider webs. So there you go. It's kind of cool, right? Very, very neat. I think that's all neat. I love their decorations here. Legends does such a good job. Here's a big giant spider. They did a good job with that, I think. Spiders are always scary. And you can come around here. Now, what they don't tell you is, there's nothing on this side. Basically, they block it off, even though there's doors on that side, on the guild hall. They basically just follow anything that's around here. It's kind of like a little zombie thing over here. Here's your Elder Jedi robe that the Legends refuses to put in the game. And they've trolled people by putting it in the house for many years. They're talking about putting it in now. They're talking about making it, so people can obtain it. So we'll see what happens. So we have the tree covered in spider webs. Cool. Right. Very cool. Yeah, I don't play on this guy much. All right, so you have an elevator. You can actually go down the elevator. And what you're going to see is, oh, look at that. You got a bunch of pumpkins, right? So I think you guys see me do this in previous years. I'll do it again. I start from the right. See, it says I already searched here. Sometimes that happens. I start from the right, work my way around, and then we go from there. Okay, cool. So now you see I have a tree covered in spider webs, right? Apparently I've already searched there. So this must be something kind of duplicate. I must have went downstairs at some point here. But these Sith lanterns is what you're going to get your most amount of things on. See, yeah, this is messy. Yeah, I must have came here at some point. Either that or it's bugged out. Could be bugged out too. Sometimes that happens. But, just go around, pick things out of the pumpkins. I think you get about, you guys probably seen this in previous videos, but I think you get maybe like, almost 2,000 tokens from this. So it's pretty significant if you ask me. And if you really want, you can turn all object names on. So if you turn all object names on, it might be a little bit different. because what that will mean will mean that you have the chance of not missing much of your Sith lanterns, because right now you're trying to figure out which ones they are that you can click on and pick. But if you turn all object names on, it'll at least tell you which ones you can do. The bad part about that is that you will also run into a lot of lag if you do that. So that's why I'm not putting all object names on. I've been through this, like, I don't know how many times. So many times right now. I can't even describe it. Yeah. So I love what Legends does here with this. I think it's a great thing. One of the things I will do, I'll probably do a part 3 video. This is part 2. Just to show you how to start the collections. I'm not going to do the hidden collection, because the hidden collection just takes too long and it's just very hard to figure out. See, so I didn't get anything out of there, and the dead forest tree thing is now done. I don't know if I got any paintings. Did I get any paintings? Yeah, I must have gotten one painting. Yeah, these are some of the new paintings. Yeah, I got the Wookiee painting. That's right. Yeah, but those are some of the cool paintings that you're gonna get. But it's very, very, very much worth doing this, because what this does is this will at least lead you to, you guys see I'm out of range because you are too far, so you just have to move a little bit. Anyway, I'm not going to do the hidden collection like I was saying, because if I do the hidden collection, it's too difficult to figure out. The timing is going to be off. It's very random. You have these random disappearing ghosts for, I forgot what the item was for the hidden collection, but it's not like your normal one. What I might do is there will definitely be a part 3, maybe a part 4 if I can get into one of those spooky Tuskens, because that'd be kind of cool. It's the same thing, it's just, spooky Tusken is what they call it. And you get like items like this, and you have an item, the actual, the Tusken King backpack is actually looks like this as well. So it's kind of cool. I'll see if there's anyone that has one when we go out later on. But it's still very cool. Well worth it. Oh, here we are. What I will do is I will start the Ponda Boba's arm. Boba. I call Baba. Baba is a Ukrainian word for grandmother. I think I did that in one of my last videos too. I will start the Ponda Boba's arm collection after this, so you guys can see how it starts. What you need to get it started with too, that's the other piece, because you need to ensure that you have everything proper, because if you do not, then you pretty much won't be able to do it. There is a reward for that though, which probably will be part of my part 3 video. There is a reward for that. And you get a painting, and you get sometimes you get like the Blood Moon painting or whatever it is. And there's a painting that's worth a lot of money because it's a very rare painting that you can get for the collection. And it's one of those situations of, well, I have this painting, and you get it. There's ones that are just common for the collection, and there's others that are very rare. It's like a 1 in the, I don't know, like 1 in 10 chance or something like that of getting it or something like that, or 1 in, I forgot. I was like, it's very rare though. It's like I don't know if it's 1 in 10 chance or if it's like 1 in like 100 chance to get. I forgot what it was, but it was one of those paintings that you're not gonna get very easily. There's a hidden pumpkin. Nope. Oh, I got a tree covered in spider webs though. Oh, cool. Good. No, I already searched there. The cool thing about this is that, here I am, pretty well-geared Jedi. Not in any guild anymore. I actually left the guild that I was in. They guilded me randomly at some point. And I was like, yeah, I'll join you guys. And they were very, very active. And the past month, there's been nobody playing in the guild. So I just said, I'm like, time to leave. Just better off staying ungilded and just going into pickup groups and stuff like that. There's no reason for me to join anything. Reason why I left, I'm not in my normal guild on this character, is because of the fact that the guild that I'm in, my bounty hunter and my trader and my entertainer, is really a non-Jedi guild. So, for me to be part of a non-Jedi guild, is great. But when you have a Jedi, guess what? They don't want people in the guild. So, but they're very well aware that I have a Jedi character. And they're very cool about it. And they say, hey, if we ever need, a Jedi tank, we're going to call you on here for this. You see, I have a guild chat tab that I don't even use now because I have no guild. All right, this part should go pretty quick. I'll say I'll probably be done here within the next 5 minutes. Definitely very timed tonight, so I can't chit chat. Doing this a little bit later on a Saturday night, so. Hopefully everyone can hear me. Then I'll show you the cool costumes that you're going to get. So I think I've already gone through what you can buy on here in the previous videos. There wasn't anything new that we can buy. A little disappointed there wasn't anything new that we can buy this year, but they did something different, and that's okay. New loot's good. Funny that I'm doing prophecy videos or Legends videos, because I typically do prophecy videos, and I don't think prophecies even started their Galactic Moon Festival. I think they do it the weekend of Halloween and let it run through like all of November. So for them, that's actually pretty good, because now it's just very different, very, very different. Of all the when we're talking about like special events and stuff like that, I really prefer Legends when it comes to that. That is a one piece that I can honestly say is that they really do a good job with all this stuff. They put so much focus and attention on it, like a lot of it, a lot of focus and attention to detail. A lot of things I've already searched on here. Okay, good. There's spider webs. I guess this one went a little bit quicker because of the fact that I've already searched some stuff on here. So that's probably not a bad thing for some of the folks that are getting a little bored. And there's, hey, what's going on, man? How are you? We got Cavadude joining us today. What's going on, Cavadude? I'm doing pretty good. Just doing the Halloween Galactic Moon Festival event on SWG Legends here. Usually, it's actually my favorite event. Actually, to be honest with you, of all the events that they do such an awesome job doing the second part of this. Well, to me, second part of this streaming at least with the Halloween, the haunted house here that they put out in Kashyyyk. I'm going to do a little trick-or-treating as well, showing some guys, showing everyone how to get the Ponda Boba's arm collection started as well. Because it does get you a reward later on. And I just finished with the house. And as usual, if you want your animal to go faster, you gallop with it. Sounds like there's some folks out here still. It's pretty quiet out here. There you go. Well, so there's usually more people out here. Anyway, Kashyyyk is one of those that all right, so how many Galactic Moon Festival tokens do I have? I went from about 300 to about 1,500. Sounds reasonable to me. Yes, you can gallop with animals. That's correct, yes. So if you want, it makes them run faster. So it's not really like a gallop, but basically it's a gallop. Just type, /gallop, and it actually makes the animal run faster, which is very beneficial. Yeah, same thing. I never really use animals outside of Kashyyyk either. so it really doesn't benefit me when I'm, having anything of, hey, here's Kashyyyk. The only time I use it is in a dead forest just to get around. So you want to start the Ponda Boba's Arm collection. I got 1,500 Galactic Moon tokens. What I would do is come here and make sure you buy. Oh, it is Ponda Baba. Huh, I always say Ponda Boba, and I thought I was wrong. It is Ponda Baba. So make sure you just buy it. Okay, and you have a collection here. So what's going to happen is when you start your, I believe Legends is the only place that does the trick-or-treating in Kashyyyk. So you do a costume. Thank goodness I did not get the Jabba costume. And start the Ponda Boba arm. So Ponda Baba arm. What I would do here as well, I believe I have a trick-or-treat macro. I'll have to take a look to see if I started a macro like that. I did. Good. Okay, cool. So, this is how it gets started, the collection. You'll see in a minute. Oh, that's not going to work. There you go. Now, this does not start the collection yet. Usually it pops up when the collection starts. In order to kick off the collection, you do have to use the trick-or-treat projector, but you can only use it at a certain time. So once they say something about, they don't give you coins, you use that, and then, well, it hasn't come back yet. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't think there's any game that lets you play as Jabba the Hutt or a Hutt of any sort. That's a good one. That's a really good one. You had me thinking about that because I'm trying to think. I play a lot of Star Wars games, and I know as in Star Wars Galaxies, you cannot play as a Hutt. That's for certain. Costume-wise, you can put a Hutt costume on, without a doubt. Even outside of this, I think you can do it. As long as you have the ability to do so. But that's a costume. You can't really play the game with the costume on. Star Wars: The Old Republic does not have, as far as I know. Now I'm just thinking about this. I'm going through my list of Star Wars games that I typically play. Star Wars: The Old Republic does not have a Hutt that you can play as well. However, there are plenty, and I mean plenty, of Hutts that are in the game, because I believe Nar Shaddaa. There you go. I started the collection. See, you activate a collection, Ponda Baba's Scary Arm. So what happens is you go to this collection piece over here. As you can tell, I don't play on this guy much, and here it is. You have to do one in Kashyyyk, one in Naboo, and one in Tatooine, and you basically get a painting and some tokens. So anyway, so yeah, Star Wars: The Old Republic does not have it, but Nar Shaddaa has a lot of Hutts. As a matter of fact, that was kind of one of the storylines was with the Hutts, I think, in Star Wars: The Old Republic, which is kind of cool. But you cannot play as a Hutt. Going through that, Battlefront, I don't believe you can play as a Hutt of any sort. I don't even think there is a Hutt in there. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe there might be Jabba's palace in there as one of the places that they have battles going on. If I don't remember, though. Battlefront 1 and 2, now that I'm thinking about, I don't remember. And these are the recent games that I don't really think about. I also get the mobile game of, which game was that? Galaxy of Heroes. And I don't think there's a Jabba on there. Well, that's not going to really make too much of a difference, right? You're not really playing. Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens lets you play as Jabba if you bought some downloaded content, although I'm not sure. Ooh. I don't know. I've played, I didn't play the Force Awakens game. The Lego Force Awakens game. I was going to Members of Cult and Access. Oh, so this is actually an event going on too. I was going to wait to get the whole Skywalker saga, all the Legos at once, and I'll have to check that out. Actually, now that you're saying that, I did get I did play Legos, the episodes 1 through 6 on there, and I don't recall playing as a Hutt. But The Force Awakens is really episode 7. And I definitely did not play that. So now you're going to have me think about that a little bit, because now I want to see. The whole Skywalker saga was supposed to come out at the end of 2019, if I recall. And then they pushed it back just a little bit, and then COVID hit. And then they pushed it back some more. And then, they use every excuse in the book, to really push it back because of development. They didn't have the people working on it anymore. I don't know if it's coming out. Every time I see it's supposed to be, say, December 2020. That never happened. And last I looked, it was supposed to be this year, but I haven't heard anything about it. So if I get the chance to do that, I'm going to check it out, because I'd be curious to see if you can play as a Hutt. Are you? Okay, that's cool. So what is the actual release date? Spring. Oh, well, you answered my question before I even asked it. Spring 2022. Ah, damn. Well, I guess I can save my money for a little bit of time. Spring 2022. Oh man, that sucks. I guess it's good they actually have a release date of some sort planned. But there's just such a big delay. And it's a Lego game too. I mean, the Lego games aren't, they pretty much can just rehash all the first 6, and then I guess it's probably just that last one they had to make. But yeah. Now, are they making the Lego games a next-gen game, or are they just going to continue on with what they have now? You pre-ordered in April 2020. Wow. Oof. April 2020. Yeah. I think a lot of people don't want to relive 2020. Okay, cool. All right, so that means that I should be able to get it for my PC. Yeah, okay. I figured it'd be down there for the PC and for all those other newer consoles. That's good, though. That means I should be able to get it for my Xbox Series X, which is what I got. Not a lot of like next gen games, like with the next gen type of graphics and stuff on the Xbox Series X. That's why I was trying to figure out if they were going to be doing something like that for that. Maybe that's what the delay was, but it doesn't sound like it, because if it's on Xbox One, they'll probably just do what they're doing with every other game, where you'll be able to download some content, or to make it more compatible with the Xbox Series X. and that's it. Or if you don't have an Xbox Series X, you can always get it for the Xbox One. It's pretty much what they did with NHL 2021 and 22, which I have both of them actually, and they're doing that for a lot of games now. But the graphics are pretty much the same, from what I gather. Still cool. All right, that's good. I mean, at least I'll be on the lookout for that. I guess spring 2022, something that I will be very occupied with. I love the Lego games. I actually just, funny enough, I just finished a Harry Potter Lego games maybe about a couple weeks ago. And it was the entire 1 through 7, all the movies, and I thought those are awesome. But I didn't do it 100%. I just like the stories. I've done a lot of the other Lego games, like the Ninja. I think there's a Ninjago Lego game as well that they gave out for free in 2020. And that was the other thing. Xbox has been doing that. Microsoft's been giving out games for free because of the whole pandemic thing, and they want to make sure if people, hey, you got a game, you can't afford to pay for it. Well, here's your free game. Here's your bunch of free games. Try them out. But yeah, the Lego games are very cool. I think I'm next on the Batman series, so that should be fun. That should keep me occupied enough to at least spring 2022. I'll probably be done with it next weekend, to be honest with you. But yeah. So, Cavadude, are you streaming anything on YouTube? I didn't really get a chance to check your profile out. Right. Some Fortnite stuff. Got it. I have friends that are playing Fortnite. I just never got into Fortnite. I don't know. My big thing lately, and most of my stuff's on Xbox, but my big thing is Red Dead Redemption and Call of Duty. Those are my big things right now. Red Dead Redemption 2, so Red Dead Redemption 2 online. And of course, Call of Duty games, which is, very common for a lot of people. Matter of fact, the Red Dead Redemption 2 stuff kept me very, very, very occupied during the 2020 year. It was almost like every year thing, or every day thing with me and a couple of my friends. And see, that's what everyone says. Everyone loves Red Dead 2. But the problem is that they don't release content enough. I do play Red Dead Online, yes. Yeah. Not on a PC, though. It's on the Xbox, but I don't know if there are any cross-platform stuff on there. But it kept me very busy during the whole year 2020. Every night was like a night with me and my two friends. We were always in Red Dead Online every single night almost. It was ridiculous. Yeah. That's why I thought there was no cross-platform. Yeah. Call of Duty has cross-platform. And yeah, we just learned to love the game a little bit until My friends started getting more into Call of Duty a little bit more, and I just couldn't do the same thing over and over again in Call of Duty either, because it was just, constant, oh, let's play zombies, or let's do this in Call of Duty. And I'm like, well, it's the same thing, and I just don't know. Still a cool game. I mean, don't get me wrong. Then I got a little bit into MLB The Show, because MLB The Show came out on Xbox, and started playing that for a little bit more. There was cross-platform, got to play with some friends online, and that was always a fun time. But eventually that got tiring, because, again, playing the same baseball game over and over again, it was a little much. Let's see, where am I and how much time do I have? About 15 minutes, okay. So you can see you have a timer probably on your costume as well. 13 minutes there. Probably this will be my last go around here, because usually you have a limitation on how much you can get. So probably tell you at some point that you have reached your daily limit. And then I'll show you the collection. Sometimes you'll get lucky enough. Yeah, I know, right? Well, they haven't actually, Rockstar hasn't abandoned Red Dead. They've added some new stuff recently, and they're still doing but they changed certain things up. But what happened was they didn't do things for so long. Right. They didn't do things for so long that people just don't realize some of the new stuff that came in. And, and even some of the new stuff that came in, there's kind of people are saying, too little, too late now. And they're not getting the same type of audience that they're getting for games like their GTA 5, right? Which is, we know GTA 5 is their moneymaker. It's just the way we look at it. It's really their moneymaker. So they're focused more on that. I don't know if they have anything else planned for any new games, at least not from Rockstar. I thought I heard something along the lines of a GTA 6 at some point, but I can't imagine they're going to be doing that anytime soon. And I could not get into GTA 5 online. I just said no. I'm like, that's just a time sink. That's really a big time sink. See, yeah, you got. So you're one of those. Man, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, okay. See, what they did was that they changed the way you get gold in game for Red Dead, and that made it difficult for players that didn't play every night. Like me and my friends that were playing every night, we just basically let the gold bars collect up. But for players that were very, very, very casual, and only play whenever something new came out, or whenever there was that's right. The GTA Trilogy Remaster. No, I can't get into that again. Yeah, the daily challenges were freaking they changed that, because what they used to have a streak, and what they did, yeah, you remember that nerf now. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You used to be able to get $1 in gold or something like that, or whatever, $2. I forgot what it was, $1 or $2 in gold or something. And as long as you kept your streak alive of it, you had 200 days in a row of doing a daily challenge, you'll keep getting that $1, and it'll go over, and it'll keep collecting, and you're like, that's great. I got 100 bars in gold or something like that, right? They nerfed it because this way it starts at 5 cents and 10 cents and 15 cents, and I think like 25 cents after that in gold. And then after 20 something days, it resets it back to that 5 cents. And people were so pissed because they were not getting the gold like they used to. And so if you were playing every day, you weren't getting that anyway. And now you come back into the game and you're like, well, how do I get all that gold? And, naturally, Rockstar's response was, well, if you really want that, you can pay for it. So they made it they kind of made it into a little bit of microtransaction for people that are that really just could not afford it. So it's so sad because I really wish that because I think it has something like 400 or 500 gold bars or something like that in game. And I only played the game for a year. And one of my buddies, he's been playing for so long. He's like, yeah, I got like 10,000 gold bars. I'm like, dude. And he's like, yeah, I don't do anything with it. I was like, okay. And I'm like, can you send that gold over to me? And he goes, no, we can't send gold over to anybody. And I'm like, oh, that sucks so bad. Because that would be so cool if they could have made it so you can mail gold to somebody or put gold in a lockbox for somebody to get. That would have been really nice touch. It's just people could have helped other people out to get other things. You do get free gold if you buy stuff like an outlaw pass or something, which is what they call it now. But again, it's not the same. It's just not the same the way it used to be, and a lot of people quit over that. It's just very unfortunate. They actually made it so you can spend the gold on stuff. So what you can do is so stupid too, but you can spend gold on missions that get you something else, and it basically it's not really spending gold to do missions is kind of not really my thing either. So I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. I think it just was a recent update that they did, and it just didn't hit off for the crowd. There we go. My daily limit has been reached. But yeah. Okay, so since my daily limit has been reached, I'm going to see where my collection's at and give you a strategy of what I would do next. Okay, so you can get yourself back up here. Yeah, that was a blood money update. Yep, that's right. Spend gold to do the blood money missions. It was like, what is the point? I'm gonna rush here to see if anyone's here. First of all, that might not be a bad idea. Sometimes you have people at the tree. Should probably get my. Sometimes there's nobody at the tree. I don't think there's anybody here. There's nobody at this tree. Oof. Brutal. Well, it's me and one other person. I'm not about to. Another person's all the way up here. Yeah. So here's basically your ghost tree. That is not something that I can solo. That's for certain. You can go back in videos though if you can see how I did it with the big groups up there. I'm actually really surprised about. Actually, I'm not surprised with Legends. We're about not even 2 weeks into this update, and people are no longer doing the group thing over here. So it's not a big surprise. You know how it is with MMOs. People. I always call it the ADD syndrome is what I usually call it for MMOs. People, after a week or two, people are just like, well, we're bored of this already. Let's move on to something else. So, but yeah. All right, so let me just show you. Good question. If you look at my videos, most of my time has been spent on prophecy, at least for streaming. I don't know. It's usually between prophecy and legends. I usually, it's between the two. It really depends what's going on. I think that I've really taken a hiatus for more or less past few months, and really haven't been doing as much on either server. Legends has captured my attention more, though. I will be honest with you. It really has captured my attention more. Um, yeah. Okay, so let's see what the collection's at. I'll show you there. So yeah, I have 14 to 20, which means I will be doing the Kashyyyk Forest again. Because if I don't do the Kashyyyk Forest again, probably another time, not obviously not tonight, but if I don't do that, I won't get the collection piece. And you got to do the one in Naboo, and you have to do the one in Mos Eisley as well. We'll just see how many tokens we got out of this, how many we have total. Probably should be close to 1,500. That's good. Cool. And then I guess I can really look at what else is going to look at? I was going to look at one other thing on this. I can just show you what he has for sale. Pretty much the same standard stuff that he had last year. There's Galactic Moon Festival jacket, wings. These are like eyes you can buy. If you really want. Mostly decoration stuff that they give you. This is actually cool. Yeah, same thing. I took a break from it over the summer. Probably even, wow, I want to say even earlier in the year, I didn't really play that much. I want to say I kind of stopped towards the end of last year. And not that I stopped, I just didn't play as much. As much as I used to. I used to sit in front of this game for hours and hours and hours on end. And yeah, not like it used to be. That's for certain. Like, there were times that I would play till 4 o'clock in the morning. It's now almost 12:30 a.m. I actually got to take a break here in a few minutes. But yeah, there were times like, when the live was, I used to play till 4 a.m. and that was it. But even when Legends came back or Prophecy came back, I'd often catch myself playing, in front of the game for sometimes 4 or 5 hours a night. And I slowed that down, I think, probably in about 2019 or so. And just kind of took a break from there. Or didn't take a break, but kind of, just slowed it down. And then 2020 came around. Wasn't really too interested in it as much. Still was kind of about it. Work schedule got a little crazy. Work schedule is still crazy. Enough to keep me away from the game, which is unfortunate, but fortunate. But it's all good. Anyway, I do got to get going. Cavadude, good talking with you, man. I hope everything's all well. I'm sure I'll see you on another stream. And for anyone else that has watched, joined in progress, or is watching this later, thank you for watching the stream. Feel free to hit that like button. Leave a comment if there's any comments or questions. Subscribe to my channel to know when I go live or upload a video. You can usually find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I think I have some buttons on my channel, so click on there to follow me. And until the next one, may the Force be with you, and I will see you guys then. Take care, everyone.